Hi students, how are you? I hope you are doing good. As we know, due to this pandemic situation, we started this academic year through online classes and it is running successfully. Please watch online class children. First of all, I want to give a brief description about 10th class textbook. In early sessions, already we have learned Unit 1, A reading and B reading. And once again, I want to recapitulate what we have learned in our previous class. Come to 10th class textbook children, we have total units 6 units. Total units 6 units. And these 6 units, we discuss different concepts and different themes. And comes to Unit 1, the theme of the Unit 1 is about the personality development. Personality development. Under this personality development, we have 3 lessons. That is Reading A, Reading B and Reading C. Reading A, attitude is altitude. Reading A, attitude is altitude. Reading B, every success story is also a story of great failures. Reading B, every success story is also a story of great failures. And come to reading C, I will do it. I will do it. These 3 lessons improves the personality of a person. How it improves our personality children? Already we have learned in previous session by learning these 2 lessons. And come to today's lesson children. We will discuss about reading C, I will do it. Reading C, I will do it. Okay children, first of all, let us discuss about the author of this biography. Who was the author of this story, children? Can you guess her? Here I am showing the images of the author. Can you guess, children? Yes, it is none other than Sudha Murthy. And have you ever heard about her? Okay, let us discuss one by one. That means about her childhood, education, career and how she started her career and family and achievements, etc. Okay, we know about the author Sudha Murthy. Okay children, take notes and note on the important points of her. It is very useful children. And are you ready children? Mrs. Sudha Murthy, an iconic woman, philanthropist and author. Philanthropist means a person who seeks to promote the welfare of others. Sudha Murthy born 19th August 1950. Birthplace Shigaon, Bangalore in Karnataka state. And her parents are Dr. R.H. Kulkarni and Vimala Kulkarni. Come to education. She studied BE in Electrical Engineering from BVB College of Engineering and Technology. And also she pursued ME in Computer Science. And she married N.R. Narayana Murthy. An occupation, chairperson of the Infosys Foundation and also an eminent writer in English and Kannada. Sudha Murthy is an Indian social worker and author. Sudha Murthy began her professional career as a computer scientist and engineer. Sudha Murthy, the wife of N.R. Narayana Murthy. In starting, I told you the spouse of Sudha Murthy is N.R. Narayana Murthy. You can see the image of N.R. Narayana Murthy. She is the chairperson of the Infosys Foundation and a member of the public health care initiatives of the Gates Foundation. As we know, she is a social worker. She worked with many organizations for the welfare of the common man. And comes to Sudha Murthy's social services. She has fond of doing in social services. Sudha Murthy's social work covers the health care, education, empowerment of women, public hygiene, art and culture, and poverty alleviation at the grassroots level. Here you can see the pics of Sudha Murthy's which are engaged in doing works, social services, children. He was not only a chairperson of the Infosys Foundation, but also she likes doing social services in all aspects, not only in one thing, children, in all aspects like healthcare, education of children, and empowerment of women also. And she has founded several orphanages. Who has founded, children? Sudha Murthy has founded several orphanages and participated in rural development efforts. Rural development efforts means, children, she wants to improve rural areas. Rural areas means village area. That means she concentrated the village areas. So we can say that she is the best known for her social work. Yes, children, I think it is right. She is the best known for her social work. So we call Sudha Murthy as a philanthropist. As a part of social service, Sudha Murthy initiated a bold move to introduce computers and library facilities in all schools in Karnataka and taught computer sciences. That means, children, here Sudha Murthy supported the movement to provide all Carnatic government schools with the computer and library facilities. How she is great, children? Yes, she is doing the best for children. As I previously told you, she not only concentrated in one aspect. That means she is providing a library facilities in all schools, and we can say she is the best known for her social work. And also she taught computer sciences. That means she likes teaching profession. So she got the best teacher award in 1995 from Rotary Club at Bangalore. Sudha Murthy established the Murthy Classical Library of India at Harvard University, where she established library, children, at Harvard University. Here you can see the peak of that library at Harvard University. Comes to Sudha Murthy awards. From the start of her education, she had won many prestigious awards. Sudha Murthy got recognized for the Rajalakshmi Award by the Sri Rajalakshmi Foundation in Chennai in 2004. And she won the award for her outstanding performance in social work. And also, as previously I told you, She got the Best Teacher Award in 1995 from Rotary Club at Bangalore. And in 2006, Mutis was awarded the Padma Shri, the fourth highest ranking civilian award from the Government of India, and received an honorary doctorate for her contributions in the spheres of social work, philanthropy, and education. Comes to Sudhamurthy literary works. Sudhamurthy is a prolific writer in English and Kannada. Her books have been translated into all major Indian languages and have been sold all over the world. Sudhamurthy has written 17 books in Kannada and 22 in English. She was the recipient of the R.K. Narayan Award for Literature in 2006. Murthy's first notable work entitled is How I Taught My Grandmother to Read and Other Stories. The present story, I Will Do It, is a selection from one of her most successful stories, How I Taught My Grandmother to Read and Other Stories. Here, children, this biography is taken from one of Sudhamurthy's stories, which was titled How I Taught My Grandmother to Read and Other Stories. And here Sudhamurthy gives a picture of life, history of a great personality, and how he became the symbol of victory over difficulties and adversities. Here she wants to tell about a life history of a great personality and how that great personality became the symbol of victory over difficulties and adversities. This is about our author, Mrs. Sudhamurthy. I hope you note down the important points about Sudhamurthy. Let us start our lesson, I Will Do It. A story by Sudhamurthy. Okay, children, let us start. Open the textbook, children. See reading, I Will Do It. See reading, I Will Do It. The title of the lesson is I Will Do It. Children, open your textbook, page number 23. Page number 23. Children, when we say these words, when we use these words in our day-to-day life, I will do it. I will do it. Yes, for example, if I ask you to do any assignment, definitely what you say, children? Yes, ma'am, we will do it. But come to next class, I ask about assignment. Only few students done the assignment, and remaining students gives reasons. If I ask you about your ambition, what is your ambition? What do you say, children? In childhood, everyone say that I want to become a teacher, doctor, engineer, and IAS officer. Like that, everyone say their ambition, aim. But after some years, if again we will meet them, they are in different position, isn't it? Yes. That means here what I want to say, that only those who have a self-determination, a strong willpower, self-confidence, they can reach their ultimate goal. These people can't sleep until they reach their ultimate goal. Isn't it? Yes, it's right. Here our story, I will do it. It is about a great personality and it is a kind of a biographical story and it is a motivational and inspirational story to everyone. Let us go through the lesson. On the first page itself, here you can see the image of a great man. Children, I think you know the name of that person. I hope so. But come into the text. Sudhamurthy, our author Sudhamurthy, didn't reveal, that means she didn't mention the name of the person. His name revealed in the end of the lesson. Throughout the lesson, she mentioned as he. See, the beginning of the sentence only, he was short. Okay, throughout the lesson, we discuss about he only. That means it gives some curiosity to know about that personality. Yes, definitely it gives curiosity, children. Okay, before we go through this lesson, we discuss glossary part of this reading. I will do it. Page number 26. Page number 26. Children, note down in your classwork. Mandap, a raised platform. Here you can see the pic of mandap, children. Stone mandap. Mandap, a raised platform. D-Day, a date on which something important is expected to happen. From the name given to June 6, 1944, the day on which the US, British and other armies landed on the beaches of northern France in the Second World War. Icon. Next one, icon. A famous person or thing that people admire and see as a symbol of a particular idea, way of life, etc. Anna, a word used to address a respectable elder or older male. Anna, a word used to address a respectable elder or older male. Philanthropist. Philanthropist, one who devotes his service or wealth for the love of mankind. Philanthropist, one who devotes his service or wealth for the love of mankind. This is about glossary part. And come to our lesson, I will do it. Page number 23. Page number 23. Children, continue to note down the important points regarding this lesson because it is helpful to answer comprehension questions. First, I read the paragraph. Children, please follow. He was short. He was sharp. He was the brightest boy in his class. His seniors used to ask him to solve their difficulties in science. He could have gone unnoticed in a crowd, but once you asked him a question related to physics or maths, there was a spark in his eyes. He could grasp theories of science faster than the speed of light. Once again, I repeat the paragraph, children. Listen carefully. He was short. He was short. He was the brightest boy in his class. His seniors used to ask him to solve the difficulties in science. He could have gone unnoticed in a crowd, but once you asked him a question related to physics or maths, there was a spark in his eyes. He could grasp theories of science faster than the speed of light. Children, let us discuss each in detail. During school days, how this person was. And here Sudha Murthy telling the qualities of this person. He was short. He was short. Look that picture, children, how he was. He was short and he was short. What is the meaning of short? Quick to notice or understand things or to react. He was notice quickly and understand things very easily and also react very quickly and sharply. He was the brightest boy in his class. The brightest boy. Superlative degree, children. The brightest means superlative degree. That means here compared with the other persons, other boy in his class, that means no other boy is as bright as this boy. Why? Because his seniors used to ask him to solve the difficulties in science. Who asked those children? His seniors asked him to solve difficulties in science. That means whenever they got doubts, his seniors got doubts, they used to ask him for help. That means to clarify their doubts. In which subject? In science. And he could have gone unnoticed in a crowd. What is the textual expression here, children? And what is the meaning? He was usually silent in class and so he could not be noticed easily. For example, imagine that you are a silent girl in your classroom. No one noticed you because you are silent. And here another expression is, it is very difficult to find him in the crowd because he was short. But once you asked him a question related to physics or maths, there was a spark in his eyes. But whenever a question from physics or maths, that means a question related to physics or maths, there was a spark. What is the meaning of spark, children? A feeling of excitement. That means you can see excitement in his eyes and he quickly give the answer. At that situation, everyone look at him when he gives answer to that question. Even though he was short, everyone noticed at that time. Then he could grasp theories of science faster than the speed of light. What is the meaning of grasp, children? To understand something, especially something difficult. Even though it is a difficult level, he could understand easily. As you know, the theories of science, it is very difficult to understand. But he could grasp theories of science faster than the speed of light. Here, compare with the speed of light. As you know the value of the speed of light. Like that, he could grasp the theories of science. This is about the first paragraph, children. Here, in this paragraph, we know the qualities of this person. He was short and brightest boy in his class. Children, come to next paragraph. He came from a poor but educated family. His father was a high school teacher and an avid reader of English literature. He, like all the boys in his class, was trying to get admission into some engineering college. The brighter ones wanted to study in the Indian Institute of Technology or the IITs. There was an entrance test for IIT. This boy, along with his friends, applied to appear for the test. They didn't have any special books or coaching. All these IIT aspirants would sit below the shade of a stone mandap close to Chamundi Hills in the sleepy town of Mysore. He was the guide for the others. While the others struggled to solve the problems in the question paper, he would smile shyly and solve them in no time. He sat alone below a tree and dreamed of studying at IIT. It was the ultimate aim for any bright boy at that age. As it still is today, he was then only 16 years old. The next paragraph. The D-Day came. He came to Bangalore, stayed with some relatives and appeared for the entrance test. He did very well, but would only say, "Okay," when asked. It was the opposite when it came to food. When he said okay, it implied bad. When he said good, it implied okay. When he said excellent, it implied good. His principle was never to hurt anyone. His principle was never to hurt anyone. Children, in this passage, we learn about the family background of this person. That he came from a poor but educated family. He came from a poor family but educated family. His father was a high school teacher and an avid reader of English literature. What is the meaning of avid? Very enthusiastic and very keen. That means his father was a high school teacher and was fond of reading English literature. He, like all the boys in his class, was trying to get admission into some engineering college. That means, children, here his classmates are trying to get admission in engineering college. The brighter ones wanted to study in the Indian Institute of Technology or the IITs. There was an entrance test for IIT. This boy, along with his friends, applied to appear for the test. For a brilliant student, children, for a brilliant student, it is an ambition to study or to join in Indian Institute of Technology. Yes, isn't it no? Like this boy also. That means what is the ambition of this boy? He want to study IIT. So, along with his friends, he applied for the entrance test. They didn't have any special books or coaching. All these IIT aspirants would sit below the shade of a stone mandap close to Chamundi Hills in the sleepy town of Mysore. What is the meaning of aspirant? Someone who very much want to achieve something. Here they applied for entrance test, but they didn't have any special coaching or special books to prepare for such kind of competitive examinations in their locality. All other students, including this great personality who prepared for the test, would sit under a tree near Chamundi Hills in Mysore town. Where they sit, children? They would sit under a tree near Chamundi Hills in Mysore. Where Chamundi Hills was located? In Mysore. He was the guide for the others. While the others struggled to solve the problems in the question paper, he would smile shyly and solve them in no time. He sat alone below a tree and dreamed of studying at IIT. It was the ultimate aim for any bright boy at that age. As it is still today, he was then only 16 years old. He was the guide. What is the meaning of guide, children? A person who advises. He was the guide for the others. Others means here you can see the picture, children. Here this person clarified doubts of senior students. That means here other aspirants are feeling difficult in practice, but he could smile and done them in no time. And also they are busy and engaged in to solve the problems in the question paper. But what this person is doing here? Yeah, he sat alone below a tree and dreamed of studying at IIT. That means here already he completed his practice. That means preparation. And here he ready to attend the entrance test. See, children, how much he was confident. And it was the ultimate aim for any bright boy at that age. Here, what is the ultimate aim of this boy? To study IIT. To study at IIT. He was then only 16 years old. What was the age of this person, children? Yes, 16 years old. Children, see the confidence level of this boy. Whenever we have any exam, we get fear and we feel tension. Yes or no, children? Yes. That means so many questions raised in our mind when how I write exam, how that question paper will come, it will come easy or not, like that. But here we can't see that type of tension in his face. He simply sat under a tree and he dreamed of study at IIT. Only that means he was eagerly waiting for that day, when that day will come. The day came. He came to Bangalore, stayed with some relatives and appeared for the entrance test. He did very well, but would only say okay when asked. It was the opposite when it come to food. When he said okay, it implied bad. When he said good, it implied okay. When he said excellent, it implied good. His principle was never to hurt anyone. The D-Day came. D-Day came means, children, the day he had to be appeared for the entrance test. And he stayed at the relative's house in Bangalore and he appeared for the entrance test IIT. And it was opposite when it came to food. Here Sudhamurthy, that means our author Sudhamurthy, narrated two different feelings of this great personality regarding education and food. Comes to education, that means it's about test. He say okay when he has done the examination very well. Children, when he has done the examination very well, he say it okay. It's okay. But when it comes to food, when we ask this question, he says okay when the food is bad. Even the food is bad, he say okay. Here you can see bad means okay, okay means good, good means excellent. quite opposite. That means it indicates that this policy is never to hurt any other people. Whenever the typical situations it might be, but never wanted to hurt any other people. That is the principle of this person. Yes, every man, every person has his own principle. That the principle of this person was never hurt anyone, never hurt anyone. See children, how he was great, such a great personality. Yes or no? Yes. That means, for example, if we appeared for any entrance test, after entrance test over, everyone asks about how you written exam and what we say and how our explanation goes on. Ah, wow, super. I got 100 out of 100. Our question paper is very easily and I got 70, I got 80 marks. Like that we go on telling. But after he appeared entrance test, simply he say, even though he did very well, but simply he says it's okay. That means how he was simple. That means it shows the simplicity of such a great personality. We want to learn so many things from this great person. Isn't it, children? Yes. The IIT entrance results came. He had passed with a high rank. What a delight for any student. He was thrilled. He went to his father, who was reading a newspaper. Anna, I have passed the exam. Well done, my boy. I want to join IIT. Do you guess, children, what would be the result? Yes, of course. He got the high rank in the entrance test. It was a delight for a bright student, and he was thrilled and felt very happy. And immediately he went to his father, who was reading a newspaper, and this person gave the information and asked him that he wanted to join IIT in Madras. To whom he gave information? That means to his father. What his father was doing? His father was reading a newspaper. His father stopped reading the newspaper. He lifted his head, looked at the boy, and said with a heavy voice, "My son, you are a bright boy. You know our financial position. I have 5 daughters to be married off and 3 sons to educate. I am a salaried person. I can't afford your expenses at IIT. You can stay in Mysore and study as much as you want." Indeed, it was a difficult situation for any father to say no to his bright son. But circumstances were like that. It was common then for the man to be single earning member with a large family dependent on him. Here, children, the conversation between the boy and his father. This person gave the information about he passed the entrance test to his father. That means here he shared his success with his father. And after his father listened that one, his father was really happy. Yes, no, every parents they feel very happy when their children got high rank in examination. But his father expressed his feelings to his son like this. He had the responsibility of educating 3 sons and marrying of 5 daughters. And his father was a single earning member of the family. As we know, in the early we discussed about his family condition, that they are poor but educated family. So he suggested to his son that to study as much as he wanted in Mysore only, but not IIT. See children, that means due to their financial position, he could not offer his expenses to study him at IIT. How sad it was. Indeed, it was a difficult situation for any father to say no to his bride's son. But circumstances were like that. What is the meaning of circumstances? The condition and facts. It means here, children, as a father, he was very much happy when their sons get seat of any of the IIT college, engineering college, which are very good. But of course, very much difficult to tell no, that he cannot do anything at the time because the circumstances like that. Okay, that means conditions are like that. He was a common man for the man to be the single earning member with a large family dependent on him. Yes children, in those days it was very common that all family members used to depend on a single person. And that means here who is earning money? Here his father only. Next paragraph children. His father was sad that he had to tell the bitter truth to his son, but it could not be helped. The boy had to understand reality. The teenager was disappointed. It seemed his dreams had burned to ashes. He was so near to fulfilling his fondest hope, yet so far. His heart sank in sorrow. He didn't reply. He never shared his unhappiness or helplessness with anybody. He was an introvert by nature. His heart was bleeding, but he didn't get angry with anybody. The day came, his classmates were leaving for Madras, now Chennai. They were taking a train from Mysore to Madras. They have shared good years in school and college together. He went to the station to say goodbye and good luck to them for their future life. At the station, his friends were already there. They were excited and talking loudly. The noise was like the chirping of birds. They were all excited and discussing their new hostels, new courses, etc. He was not part of it. So he stood there silently. One of them noticed and said, "You should have made it. You should have made it." His father was sad that he had to tell the bitter truth. What was the bitter truth that his father told him? The bitter truth was that their financial position was not good and could not send his son to IIT. Here it is very bad situation, very sad situation also. But here the boy had to understand the reality. What was the reality? About the family condition, about the financial position of the family. That means so finally the boy, he was convinced himself because of the family condition. See children, simply what his father said, that he had listened. The teenager was disappointed. It seemed his dreams had burned to ashes. What is the meaning of his dreams had burned to ashes? Yes, his dreams were destroyed. Here, who was teenager here? This boy. He was disappointed. Who was disappointed? The teenager was disappointed. And why he was disappointed? Because his dreams had burned to ashes. His dreams had burned. That means his dreams were destroyed. He was so near to fulfilling his fondest hope, yet so far his heart sank in sorrow. Here children, here this person, this means this boy, by passing the IIT entrance exam, here this boy almost fulfilled his fondest desire of studying at IIT. And also he was for. How it was for? Because his father said no. His father expressed his selflessness, and here he was far from fulfilling his hope because his father could not send him to IIT. So the teenager was disappointed. So his heart sank in sorrow. How it is a critical situation, children, to this younger boy. In that teenage age, that means if we didn't fulfill our desire, what we do actually nowadays? Yes, that means we get in emotions and we burst out our emotions, and we feel bad about our parents. But he didn't do that type of things, and he didn't thought that type of bad situations, bad things about their parents, even though he remained silent. Why he remained silent? Here comes to next para. He didn't reply. He never shared his unhappiness or helplessness with anybody. He was an introvert by nature. His heart was bleeding, but he didn't get angry with anybody. Here, children, why? He didn't share to anyone because he was an introvert. What is the meaning of introvert? Someone who is quiet and shy and doesn't enjoy being with other people. So we already know that he was a silent boy. Yes or no? Yes. No one noticed. He was an unnoticed in a crowd. But here, even though these situations, he remained silent. He didn't point out his father because he understands the reality. What reality? About the family financial condition. But his heart was bleeding. Bleeding means feeling sad, not being able to fulfill his desire. Children, imagine you are in this position. What you do? Yes. What you do? You point out your parents that I got rank, I passed in entrance test, but you didn't send. But in this situation, after this boy father told his financial position, he remained silent. He didn't ask any question. But at that time he was silent, but innerly, that means how he was, children, that means his heart sank in sorrow and his heart was bleeding, but he can't expressing his feelings with anyone because he was an introvert. What is the opposite word of introvert, children? Yes, it is extrovert. Let's move on next paragraph. The day came, his classmates were leaving for Madras, now Chennai. They were taking a train from Mysore to Madras. They have shared good years in school and college together. He went to the station to say goodbye and good luck to them for their future life. Students, the day came. Here, the day came means here his classmates were leaving for Madras. Why they are leaving for Madras? To join IIT. And they were taking a train from Mysore to Madras. So they have shared good years in school and college together. Yes, no? They are the best friends, means they shared good years in school and college together. So he went. He means here this boy went to the station to say goodbye and good luck to them for their future life. Why did he went to the station, children? Yes, to say all the best, good luck to them for their future life. At the station, his friends were already there. They were excited and talking loudly. Before he reached the station, this boy reached the station, his friends were already there. They were excited and talking loudly. The noise was like the chirping of birds. How they are talking, children? They are talking loudly, and it compared with the noise was like the chirping of birds. But actually birds are there? No. They were all excited and discussing their new hostels, new courses, etc. Here what they are discussing is about discussing their new hostels and new courses, and he was not part of it. This boy was not part of it, the discussion. What he is doing there? Yes, he stood there silently. This boy stood there silently, and one of his friends noticed and said, you should have made it. One of them noticed and said, you should have made it. What it means, children? That means one of his friend asked this boy, you should have made it. Means you should have convinced your father and join IIT. Once again, you convince your father and join IIT. Better discuss with your father once again. And what this boy give? Reply, children. Move on. Next paragraph. He did not reply. He only wished all of them. They waved at him as the train slowly left the platform. He stood there even after he could no longer see the train or the waving hands. It was the June of 1962 in Mysore city. Monsoon had set in and it was getting dark. It had started to drizzle, yet he stood there motionless. He said to himself, without anger or jealousy, all students from the IIT study well and do big things in life, but it is not the institution. Ultimately, it is you and you alone who can change your life by hard work. Probably he was not aware that he was following the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita. Your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. The philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. Children, these last paragraphs are very important because we know how he handled the situation and how he come forward all these situations. Listen carefully, children. Here he still remained silent. He didn't reply to anyone. He only wished all of them. And they waved at him as the train slowly left the platform. Here they waved at him and he also waved him. He stood there even after he could no longer see the train or waving hands. Here he stood there only, where? At the railway station. But here the train already left the station, but he stood there only and still he was waving hands. And here particularly Sudhamurthy mentioning the period of time it was the June of 1962 in Mysore city. So the monsoon had set in. Here monsoon means the rain that falls during the period. Set in means it had begun. That means the monsoon had begun, and it was getting dark. You know, when rain will come, the climatic condition will change. So it started to drizzle. Drizzle means rain in small light drops. But that means here it started drizzling, but this boy stood there motionless. Without any movement, he stood there. He said to himself without anger or jealousy. That means himself only he is speaking. That means without anger or jealousy. That means he don't have any anger with anyone and he don't feel any jealous. Jealous means feeling angry or unhappy because you don't have with what somebody else has. And here all the students from the IIT study well, do big things in life. But it is not the institution. Ultimately it is you and you alone who can change your life by hard work. See children here, what this boy is saying that it is not just the institution that changes your life. That means he knew that he could change his life by hard work. That means by doing hard work, we can set right, that means we can go in a better position, we will be in a better position, like that. That means how he was thinking like a positive way he was thinking, and he was an optimist. He was not only introvert and also optimist. Probably he was not aware that he was following the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita. Here the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, what he is saying, your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. That means, what is the meaning of philosophy? The attitude or set ideas that guide the behavior of a person. Here, what attitude he is saying here? That means, if you train your mind to think positive and be friendly, it results good deeds and good actions. In the similar manner, if you train your mind to think negative and unfriendly, it results bad actions. So children, here this boy conveying message to us means be positive in all situation. Whatever, if even it is in a negative way, think positive. It gives good results and good actions. Later he worked very hard and focused on one thing, never bothering about his personal life or comforts. He shared his wealth with others. He never used the help of any caste or community or political connections to go up in life. A son of a school teacher showed other Indians it was possible to earn wealth legally and ethically. He built a team of people who were equally good. He became a pioneer of India's software industry and started the information technology wave. Today, he has become an icon of simplicity, uncompromising quality, and fairness. Apart from being a philanthropist, he really believes in the motto powered by intellect and driven by values. He really believes in the motto powered by intellect and driven by values. He is none other than Nagavara Ramarao Narayana Murthy, the founder of Infosys, a leading IT company in the world. Children, here in the end of the story, here Sudha Murthy reveals the name of the person, N.R. Narayana Murthy. That means he worked very hard and focused on one thing, never bothering about his personal life or comforts. Bothering means worrying, and comfort means a way of living in which you have all the money and possession that you want. But he never bothered about that one. That means personal life and comforts. He shared his wealth with others. He never used the help of any caste, community or political connections to go up in life. That means here Murthy believes in hard work, children. So here Narayana Murthy worked hard and he was never worried about his personal comforts and he became successful. And here one thing we want to understand, he never took the help of his caste or community to go up in life. He proved to the world that we can make money legally and ethically. Legally means following the law. Ethically means following the moral values. He became a pioneer of India's software industry and started the information technology wave. Today, he has become an icon of simplicity, uncompromising quality and fairness. Apart from being a philanthropist, he really believes in the motto powered by intellect and driven by values. Here children, pioneer means a person who is one of the first people to do something. That means he was the first person of India's software industry and started the information technology wave. Technology wave means a sudden increase in the use of technology. And he became an icon of simplicity. As we know, he was simple person, and uncompromising quality and fairness. Uncompromising means unwilling to change opinion or intentions, and fairness means honesty. That means whatever he want to do good, he do with the quality and fairness. And apart from being a philanthropist, he was also a philanthropist. Philanthropist means a rich person who gives a lot of money to help poor people. And he really believes the motto powered by intellect and driven by values. What it means, children? What is the meaning of this motto? A person should have the power of logical thinking and his action should follow ethical values. Murthy believed that such people are successful. That means he should have the power of logical thinking. If a person have a power of logical thinking and it wants to keep in his actions, it should follow ethical values. Follow with the ethical values. It want to be in action and we must and should follow the ethical values. Then only that type of people, that such people are successful in their life. So, he described as father of Indian IT sector by Time magazine. Time magazine described as the father of Indian IT sector because it was the second largest Indian IT service company. He was the co-founder of Infosys. This is about the Nagavara Ramarao Narayana Murthy. Here the pick of this great personality, children. He was born on August 20, 1946 in Mysore, founder of Infosys, and he studied Bachelor of Electrical Engineering from University of Mysore. And as we know, he served as CEO of Infosys from 1981 to 2002 and from 2002 to 2011 served as chairperson of Infosys, chairman of Infosys, children. And Narayana Murthy honored with the Padma Vibhushan and Padma Shri awards for his great services, children. This is about our great personality, Nagavara Ramarao Narayana Murthy, and it was such an inspirational and motivational story written by Srimati Sudha Murthy. Here, Sudha Murthy conveying a good message to our generation, children, that obstacles and hindrances never stop their ultimate goal, to reach their ultimate goal. So finally, believes in hard work, doing hard work, and be positive in all situations, children. No one stops your success. Okay, children, let us watch a video regarding this great personality, Sri Narayana Murthy. note down the assignment. Here I am giving comprehension questions. With the help of the textbook, you can answer easily. First question, what is the motto that Murthy believes in? Second question, his father said, I cannot afford your expenses at IIT. Here, afford means? Third question, what is D-Day? What is D-Day? Fourth question, Murthy's father was an avid reader of English literature. Avid means? Avid means? Fifth question, he became a pioneer of India's software industry. What does pioneer means here? He became a pioneer of India's software industry. What does pioneer means here? Sixth question, his heart was bleeding but he didn't get angry with anybody. What does his heart was bleeding suggest? Seventh question, Murthy showed other Indians that Eighth question, what were the subjects that Murthy was interested in? What were the subjects that Murthy was interested in? Ninth question, what is Murthy's native town? What is Murthy's native town? What is Murthy's native town? 10th question, but once you asked him a question related to physics or maths, there was a spark in his eyes. What does spark mean here? What does spark mean here? 11th question, Mysore town is described as a sleepy town. What does sleepy town mean here? What does sleepy town mean here? 12th question, he was so near to fulfilling his fondest hope, yet so far, how was Murthy close to his desire? How was Murthy close to his desire? 13th question, Murthy was not part of it, so he stood there silently. What was Murthy not part of it? 14th question, the day came, which day is referred to here? Which day is referred to here? 15th question, when Murthy said food was okay, it implied Thank you one and all for giving this wonderful opportunity. Have a nice day, children.